pleasant conversation, aren't we?
With you.
You're not being reasonable. We're having a conversation. You're telling me to leave.
Right? You are a threat to the security of this building.
And how do I...
We're outside a UK police station. An auditor is openly filming and preparing to fly a drone, something that's lawful in many public spaces. But from the very first exchange, officers insist it's illegal, without clearly naming the law. This interaction quickly becomes a test of authority versus legislation, and one side appears to be relying more on confidence than correctness. But the question is simple. Is this about public safety or police discomfort with being filmed?
Right, I'm the duty inspector. You mind telling me what you're doing?
Inspector.
Can you just go around the front of the building now? I'll speak to you.
Please, yeah, I'll engage with you, but don't be aggressive like that.
Okay, well, don't. You must not look in the police station, the video inside the police station.
I wasn't videoing, but I was looking.
Is this on, is it?
Well, I wasn't videoing.
Right. You do not film inside police stations, right?
Don't speak to me like that. I'm not speaking to you like that.
Under legislation, okay?
An offence under legislation?
Yes, it is.
What legislation would that be?
It's a security offence, okay?
A security offence.
Right, just make
sure. You're being a bit vague there, Inspector.
Are you the gentleman who came earlier and asked to fly a drone over the police station?
I didn't ask. I said I'm going to when I am going to.
Right, okay. So I need to point out it's actually an offence under current legislation.
And what legislation would that be?
Right, okay. So it's an offence under the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act of 2021.
No, it's not.
It is, okay.
No, it's not. Can you show me?
We've taken some legal guidance.
Can you show me?
I'm just going to tell you, okay?
Can you show me that legislation?
If you do that, I consider that a risk to the police station security.
I'm doing that.
If you continue to do that, I'll ask you to stop doing it, and if you don't do it, we'll seize your drone. You will commit an offence.
If you show me, I'll tell you what, Inspector.
That legislation. I'm just explaining what the legislation is.
Listen.
Okay.
If you can show me that legislation, then obviously I won't do it.
I've just explained to you what it is.
No, show me.
We've taken some guidance from our legal department.
Yeah.
I've just explained to you.
Well, you better take some more. You better take some more then. So if you can't show me that legislation, I will do that.
I'm telling you.
I am doing that.
You'll be asked to stop doing it. If you don't do it, we will seize it under Section 19 of the legislation.
No,
you will commit offences.
No, you won't. If you do anything that's unlawful, right, I will.
Well, yeah, I would expect that you would.
I would, but I don't want to do that, Inspector. All I want to do...
You must not film inside police stations.
I wasn't.
Because it's well, that looks like it's on and you...
Well, how does that look like it's on? Is the screen on? Is the screen on, Inspector?
I just see a red light.
A red light? You can't see no red light because it's not on.
Well, you mustn't do that because it's a threat to our security in the police premises.
Okay, listen.
It's an official government building, you know that.
Listen, it's a public building.
Do you mind if I take you on in, please?
Yeah, Darren.
Darren what?
Darren, that's as far as we're going.
Well, okay, Darren. Well, obviously, if you are found to be committing any offences, we'll need your full details. Otherwise, we couldn't deal with it by way of someone who would have to be arrested.
I'd expect that.
Darren, you're going to give me a full name.
Officers threaten seizure under Section 19, but Section 19 of PACE only allows seizure after an item is believed to be evidence of an actual offence. At this point, no offence has been clearly identified, just a vague reference to legislation. In UK law, filming alone does not create reasonable suspicion.
At the end of the day.
Darren, will you give me your full details?
Will you give me your full details?
Yes, I will. I'm Inspector Garney from Northern Police, Hexham Police Station.
Okay.
7781's my force number.
Okay.
Right?
What's your date of birth?
No, you don't
What's
be
your
silly.
address?
Don't be silly.
Well, what do you want mine for?
I'm explaining to you, right? You will breach current legislation.
I will not.
Which we've taken
I know
legal
the legislation inside out.
Please don't do it.
I'm doing it.
If you do it,
I will do it.
We'll ask you to stop.
I'm definitely doing it now you told me that. Because I know you're lying. I know you're lying.
And if you don't allow us to seize it, you will be arrested because we won't be able to deal with it by way of summons.
Right,
okay?
Listen, you seize it.
Please leave the building. Okay, please leave.
I'm not in the building.
Just leave the area.
What?
Okay?
Why? Well, I thought me and you were having a pleasant conversation, weren't we?
With you.
You're not being reasonable. We're having a conversation. You're telling me to leave.
Right? You are a threat to the security of this building.
And how do you work that out, Inspector?
By recording drone footage. So I'm telling you not to do it.
Inspector, listen.
I'm explaining the legislation that prevents you from doing it.
There is no legislation that tells me that I cannot fly over here. The only way I couldn't fly over here, right, is if it was an FTR, right? I couldn't then. If there was a CTR, I still could, Darren, because of the class of drone that I've got.
More. Will you give me your full details, please?
Why? Tell me why, and I'll think about it.
Because I want to know who's on these premises, because I'm concerned that somebody turns up with, a face covering like you. Like, why are you covering your face?
Do you know, I'll tell you now.
Yes,
I'll tell you why I covered my face, Inspector, because I was looking in the window, right? Yeah. And when you come...
Officers can't clearly articulate the offence. They often move to control the environment instead, asking someone to leave rather than proving illegality. That's not enforcement. It's pressure. And pressure without lawful grounding doesn't magically become authority, asterisk.
You came right into my space.
Yes,
now, I don't know if you read anything
because I don't like people looking into police stations who shouldn't be looking inside police stations.
Listen then.
Especially when I think they're filming.
Listen then.
Right, I've said all I'm going to say.
Oh, no, listen, let me finish. You'll ask me a question, man. Now, be polite, Inspector. I've listened to you. So, when I first came, I came into reception, right, to be reasonable and I tell you what my intentions are, right? So,
and I got that message, and in fairness,
listen,
I was going to come speak
don't
to you.
interject, please. I haven't interjected you, Inspector. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. No, I wasn't asked to leave. I said I'm going to go to the toilet. I had a bit of a bad stomach. But anyway, getting back to the point, right? If I was any threat to this police station, I could stand what? 3, 4, 5 mile away, and I could fly my drone over this police station. You just wouldn't have a clue where I was, Inspector.
Right,
so if I was a threat, I wouldn't go into the police station and explain
I've listened to you,
out of
haven't I?
courtesy and trying to be reasonable.
Okay.
I've even given you my first name. I don't have to, but be reasonable, I have. Now, Inspector, I appreciate that what I am about to do,
Yeah.
my intentions, you might not like that as an individual, but that's not the law.
Well, it's not a
what
case
you're
of
going on
not
about.
liking it, Darren. It's a
Please
threat
let me
to the
finish,
police station
Inspector.
security.
Please
All
let
right,
me
and I've
finish.
explained the legislation under which
Can I speak to you,
relying
mate?
on.
Because he's just rude.
nothing
He's just
to do with the
rude.
inspector.
He's just rude.
We've just... No, no,
You're
I'm
just rude,
just
Inspector.
telling you how it is.
You're not telling me, Inspector. You're just
Right?
saying rude,
So,
man.
if you'd like to go,
So,
'cause we've all got jobs
the
to do. We're
legislation,
busy.
like you're saying there, about
Yeah.
Section 19, right? You're wrong, mate.
Okay.
You're totally
Well, then
wrong,
you
bro.
can challenge Northumbria Police Legal Department.
But I don't want to do that.
Because that's
I
the
don't want to have to
guidance
do
I've
that,
got.
though.
Well, that's up to you. That's your prerogative.
Do you know what
but
I'm
I've
saying?
told you,
I'm not here to
you will
start
not be
making
permitted to fly the drone
You've
over this
got no
police
choice.
station
You've got no
based
choice.
on police station
I
security.
can fly it. Oh, I can fly
right?
anywhere and look in, mate. Don't
Well,
have to fly over.
I've just asked you not to do it.
Well,
I've
I'm
explained
gonna.
the legislation for you not to do it.
Right, explain
and
the
I've explained
legislation again.
Consequences.
Inspector openly admits he doesn't like people looking at or filming the station, but personal discomfort is not a legal threshold. In the UK, the public has a right to observe and record police buildings from public spaces unless a specific, lawful restriction applies. Dislike is not law.
Legislation again.
Right, because it's a threat to the station security for you to fly the drone and record that drone.
And that tells me that in Section 19, does it?
No, that
No, it
Section
doesn't at
19
all.
is the offence. It gives us the power to seize the drone if you don't.
Right, so
Landed
go on
on
then,
the
carry on
answer
then.
to.
Sorry for interjecting. I interjected right in an important bit what you're trying to say. So because of the security, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I've told you the legislation, haven't I?
No,
I've told you what
I
it is.
interjected.
Listen.
Tell me
we're
again,
going
just
round
so
in
we're
circles.
on the
I
same
think I've
page.
done it. I'm recording myself doing it.
Right, tell me
okay?
again the legislation that stops me from flying over
I
the
don't
police
need to tell
station.
you again. I've already told you. And
You haven't, man, Inspector.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I won't
So I'm
interject.
going to put these things back in the station.
I won't
now,
interject.
okay? And
I
then-
won't interject. Just
and
tell me.
that's the
If
end
you
of my
can tell me,
conversation
I
with
won't
you.
do it. If you tell
There's
me.
no point in us arguing about this. is
No,
there?
there's no argument.
been
I'm saying,
reasonable.
yeah, if you can tell me that
I'm
legislation,
responsible for
I
this
will
police
not do
station
that.
security. Okay, I'm going to
I
pop
won't
these
do
things
it.
in
If
here
you can
now.
explain that legislation, Inspector, I won't do it. If you can't, then
He
I'll...
already has done.
No, you haven't.
Yes, he has.
No, you haven't.
He has.
What's your number?
2203.
When did you leave school?
You're trying to be funny.
I'm just asking a question. When did you leave school?
Nothing to do with you.
Okay, that's not funny. I don't think that's funny anyway.
So he's explained everything to you now.
He never. If he explains to me, Inspector, I will thing with you know. I won't do it if you do. And that's me being reasonable, mate. I can't be any more reasonable than that. If you explain that legislation to me
just
now,
told
right,
you
I
what
won't
it
do
is.
it. Right, go on then, I'm listening. I must have missaid you. Go on then, I'm listening. I'm all ears. You can explain that legislation to
The
me.
Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act
Act.
2021,
yeah,
right?
right,
So, part of that legislation
right.
makes it an offence for an individual to fly a drone over a police station if there is a perceived threat to the security of that station. I am the duty inspector. I perceive that to be a threat to the security of this police
Okay.
station. Therefore, if you could do it,
Yeah.
you'll be asked not to do it under that legislation.
Okay.
If you don't stop doing it, we will
Okay.
seize that drone
Look at it.
under Section 19 of the legislation.
What
and if you
legislation?
don't allow, of what I've just explained to
What
you,
the unmanned aircraft?
yes,
Okay.
right, and if you don't allow us to do
You're
it,
wrong, you know.
you'll be arrested.
You're wrong, you know.
Right, and if you don't give your details so that you can be summoned, you'll also be arrested because we can't deal with the
Well, I'll
boundaries.
already be arrested, won't I?
All right, so I'm just explaining now. I don't know how much more I can say.
Okay, what's your Inspector what? Sorry.
I've
Just for the
already told
record.
you my name.
Inspector
I've already
Tyrant
told-
features,
I've
I'd
already
say.
told
I
you
think
my
you look a
name.
bit like a tyrant.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what...
Thanks very much. I'll
no,
tell you one thing, we might get 1 or 2 calls if you walk around hexing like that because people don't normally go around with their face covered.
Well, then you'll
Okay.
know, won't you, that it's me,
Right,
won't you? And I'm worried about my... so don't try and threaten me, mate.
I'm just telling
Right?
you how it
Is
is.
there any law of me walking about like this, Inspector?
Not at the
Right
moment.
then.
but
So if you get a call, I'd
you were
expect you to
cause
tell them then,
any
wouldn't you?
threat, harassment or alarm to anybody, then there
What,
would be.
walking down the street?
Right.
Would
okay.
walking down the street with
We're
this on?
done.
No, because
We're
I don't
done.
want to do that.
We're done.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to cause anyone any harassment.
we're done.
So me walking down the street with this on, would that be a criminal offence,
gonna ask you to
Inspector?
leave the premises now,
Exactly. I
okay?
didn't think it would be,
Right,
would it?
can you leave the premises
So
now?
if anyone phones you, you tell them,
Okay.
right, reassure them that, 18 months ago, we were getting told to walk like this, right?
Okay.
So you do your job and reassure people, okay? And don't try and threaten me like that, mate. Now, I am going to stand over there, or I might stand a mile away.
We finally hear a law being named, but it's being stretched. Drone regulations focus on airspace safety, not blanket bans over police stations. Perceived threat still requires objective, reasonable grounds, not just an officer saying I feel uneasy. Courts look at facts, not feelings.
I might stand 2 miles away and I'm going to fly my drone over your police station, like it or not. That's what's happening, mate. That's what's happening, bro.
Well, he's told you what's going to happen if you do that. So
Are you sad?
we're
Do you
all
know, just because you've joined, can I just take your numbers, please? I like you, I like the smile. you know what I mean?
We're done. We're done.
2385. Look at that. You know what I mean? That's your
all been
inspector,
done.
mate. Listen,
Everything's been
listen,
done.
mate. Obviously, you're clowning a lot of young, mate. Listen, you'll keep being polite, all right, mate? And when you get the inspector, you'll be better than this fool.
Well, like they've said, if the drone comes over the police station,
It's coming over?
you'll get arrested, won't you?
No?
Well, we'll see you very soon
So
then,
we'll see you
won't we?
shortly.
So I'm getting arrested if it goes over the police station, am I now?
You've been told. I've told you not to do it.
So I'm getting
been
arrested if the drone goes over. You said you're going to tell me to bring it down? Make your mind up.
He's told you not to do
Just
it.
don't do it.
Under what law?
been
I don't
told the
come
law.
along, me, mate,
Right.
and I'm doing it. Right? And do you know what it is, Inspector? Not only will I take Northumberland, I'll take you as well for lawful redress, mate. Believe or not, believe me, I'll take you for lawful redress and I'll take it out your ass pocket as well as the chief constables. If you do anything that's unlawful to me,
Okay.
simple as that, mate. All right. Yeah?
I've explained to you. I've been reasonable.
No, you
That's
haven't.
it, that's the
No,
end
you
of the
haven't. You're trying to
We're-
blackmail me.
we're all
You're trying to
busy people.
blackmail me, mate. Well, get yourself in. I didn't ask you to come out, did I?
Well, you go away from this police station.
No.
because This is our police station.
There's no chance to say I can't forgive
We
you.
like look after our.
There's no chance to say I can't forgive you. Is there?
Okay.
Is there any chance to say I can't forgive you? Am I breaking the law by being here? If I am, I'll leave.
Listen carefully to the repetition here. If you do this, you'll be arrested. But notice what's missing. A clear testable offense. Threatening arrest without lawful foundation doesn't strengthen a case, it weakens it. Especially once cameras are rolled.
Am I breaking the law by being here, Inspector? If I am, I will
You're
leave.
not. But I've just
Inspector.
our conversation is finished, isn't it?
No, who dictates that? You dictated when it starts. Well, I'll
that's what I
dictate when
wanted
it
to say to
finishes
you.
then.
Do not walk back up to that glass again because I got the impression that you were about to record in this police station. Please go away. Please
Well,
go
don't
away.
tell me not to do
Anybody
something.
watching
That's
this video
lawful.
would see that
Well,
I've been
don't tell
very
me.
reasonable with you.
No one's going
Right.
to watch it, I hope, because you know what? Nothing unlawful is going to happen.
Well, that's
the only,
good. That's
the only
really
reason,
good,
let me
Darren.
tell you why I've got a camera, right, is because I've done this in another county, right, with a drone, right, and I had a bit of an experience.
haven't had that experience
and that's
here,
what
have you?
triggered me.
You've had a very reasonable
That's what triggered.
conversation with me,
Let me
haven't you?
finish, please. I've been giving you the
I know, but
politeness.
we've got things
Listen,
to
let
do
me just
and
tell
we
you
don't
why
need
I've
to
got
do
the
this
camera,
anymore.
so just so you know, right? So, in Cleveland, I had a bad experience, right? And I had a bit of an experience like
Okay,
this.
okay.
I didn't have a body-worn camera.
Right.
And when I asked for the body footage, right, they said when they were docking it, it didn't dock properly and they lost
Right,
it.
right.
So I know I'm not going to lose my own, right? The only way that will be getting viewed is if you or me does anything unlawful. That's the only way.
Well, then let's avoid it. That's
I'm going
what.
to fly my drone. I'm going to fly my drone, Inspector. I'm lawfully allowed to do that.
We're going in
And
now.
if you want to
Please
be a
don't-
tyrant,
Please don't
you
look
want-
into the police station.
is that against the law?
Right? We consider that to be a threat against our
That's
security.
not
in
against the
here.
law, man. Are we,
Right.
Inspector? Let's be serious, mate.
Can you
I don't want to
please
leave.
Just let us get on with
You
our
know
work?
what? I don't want to leave on bad terms, right?
Well, I
Me
don't
looking
want-
through that window,
I
right?
never wanted to start on them. I just
I
don't like
I know,
people.
and also let's try and sort
causing my
ourselves out.
staff
I know, and I don't want to do
alarm in
that.
here, you
Inspector,
see.
that
Right,
is not
thank
my
you.
intention.
That's appreciated.
But one question before you go, please. Me looking through that window, glass, is that an offence?
It's not what normal people do.
Oh,
I'm
what's
honest with you.
normal, man, Inspector?
Right?
What's
Well,
normal?
normal people
What's
respect
normal?
the
You
police
might not be
station.
normal.
This is why people record police encounters. Not to provoke, but to preserve accuracy. When both sides know the footage may be reviewed later, the law, not ego, is supposed to lead the conversation. Ask yourself, who sounds more accountable here?
I mean, what's
secure
normal? I mean,
buildings,
might
alright.
not be normal. Oh, this guy,
Right, okay.
Inspector.
All right.
Right,
We're done.
just being normal, right? You can't get
All right,
arrested
okay.
for not doing
Thanks
something
very much,
what your
Darren.
class is
Thanks
not
for your
normal,
time.
Inspector, man.
Okay.
So listen, can I tell you this? We need the police, right? We do need
Yeah.
the police. We need
I'm
the
pleased
police.
you think that.
But, no, I know that. I don't think I know, right? But what we don't need is we don't need a joke like that, Inspector, man. Come on, are we? Grown up to grown up. We don't, do we? Let's not police on failings, man.
I'm not pleased. No.
You are
I'm
at the
just
moment.
trying
I'll
to do
get.
the
Well,
job
that's the feeling
as
I
best as I
get.
can
That's
with
the
what I've
feeling
got,
I
all
get
right?
from my yard.
Okay, Darren,
and then
nice
you're
to
bringing
speak
this
to you.
guy out
Anyway,
who thinks
Darren,
saying,
let's
"Are you
leave it
being
at that.
funny?" Listen, mate. I just think you look young. I'd take that as a compliment.
Darren,
man.
just leave it at that. Thanks.
I'd take that as a compliment. Now, what I suggest, mate, is if you don't like members of the public speaking them out, then get a different job that doesn't deal with the public,
Right,
mate.
At the end of this, an encounter, we're left with repeated threats, shifting explanations, and no clearly established offense. UK law demands clarity, necessity, and proportionality, especially when restricting public freedoms. When officers rely on intimidation instead of legislation, accountability becomes unavoidable. If you believe transparency protects both the public and the police, engage with the discussion, and as always, know your rights.